You ever wonder why peace feels suspicious? Like every time life gets quiet, you start listening for the crash. Because if that's you, that's not intuition. That's programming. You see, we've been prepared to fear, not by monsters under the bed, but by the people who slept beside it. You see, nobody had to teach us panic. We learned it watching the world flinch. I'm talking every sigh, every slam door, every be careful planted a seed. And now we call that seed personality. You see, my people didn't hand down gold. They handed down worry, bills, bad backs, whole generations carrying survival like family jewelry. And you don't realize it until success starts to feel sinful. Imagine that. Until joy feels like betrayal to the ones who didn't make it. And most of us won't make it. And that is the curse nobody preaches about. Not the lack of money, but the abundance of memory. The memory of fear so strong. It convinces you your comfort is dangerous. You see, Seligman said animals unlearn fear when the shock stops. But humans don't, because our shocks talk back. And we rehearse them through stories, scrolls, statistics, and sermons. So now the body rings the alarm, and the mind is supposed to calm it. But drown the system in stress long enough, keep ringing the alarm. And even the operator starts believing the alarm. And that is why your peace feels foreign. Your brain's fire drill became your faith. See, now preparedness isn't bad. It's just ancient, outdated firmware. Think of it like this. It was built for lions and cliffs, not layoffs and likes. So now the same software that kept you alive in caves is killing your creativity in boardrooms. Like, you ever notice how peace feels like boredom when all you've ever known is battle? Let me ask you this. You ever feel guilty for relaxing? That's not intuition. It's trauma calling itself productive. So now we're not afraid of falling off buildings. We're afraid of being seen climbing them. Now, Susan Minnick approved it. Monkeys learn fear by watching their mothers. That's all of us. Born neutral, trained nervous. So you don't need a sermon to teach you scarcity. You saw it when your parents whispered about the bills. You don't need prophecy to warn you about heartbreak. You heard it in their silence. And that is preparedness, fear taught as family tradition, generational PTSD with a smile on it. But here's the glitch. The environment changed. The predators look like possibilities now, and the faith that once protected us is now choking us in abundance. You see, you live afraid long enough, and the flesh starts taking notes. Cortisol becomes communion. Your posture bends until belief itself hunches. Your body starts preaching your theology louder than your mouth. Some of you talk a little bit too loud. Let me ask you this. You ever catch yourself calm and then get nervous about it? That is fear refreshing your feed. And that is why prayer isn't optional. Meditation isn't luxury. There are firmware updates for the soul. So now every breath and presence is a patch to the nervous system saying, you are safe now. You can grow again. Like, you ever refresh your phone waiting for good news, but it's just another alert? That's your soul refreshing chaos for comfort. You see, everybody moved to the cloud, digitally and spiritually. We started hosting our peace on other people's servers. Parents, partners, platforms. It's like, if they approve, I'm safe. That right there is outsourced sovereignty. You see, preparedness was meant to protect, but now it rents out your bandwidth. And every time the world panics, your spirit gets the notification. So faith is data migration. It's bringing your peace back to the local drive. Your body is the server. Your soul is the power supply. You got to stop leasing your calm from chaos. So what exactly happens when the body remembers danger, but the spirit remembers God? You ever think about that? Like, what if your anxiety is not your flaw? It's your soul reminding you to update your system. So now preparedness was the curse. Remembrance. Remembrance is the cure. Because you can't extinguish fear. You cannot. You have to retrain it. You have to teach your nervous system that obedience is safer than avoidance. That's what faith really is. The body learning to trust what the soul already knows. And every time you breathe through panic, instead of running from it, you're teaching the brain to pray. Every act of peace is neurotheology in motion. That's not self-help. That's soul science. So it's that time, baby. Let's run it. Let's do you, and let's do you together. 5 moves, 1 consciousness. Because the update doesn't download until you do you and until you move. So let's get busy. Let's start with disrupt. You want to catch the reflex before it catches you. Every what if that starts with fear, interrupt it with fact. You are not in danger. You're in decision. Make the decision, disrupt it, start the climb. Then you want to own it. Admit where you've been living on borrowed bandwidth. Every opinion that keeps you small, uninstall it. Peace requires admin access. You got to own that, baby. Then you want to yield. Stop fighting God's reroute. When the path closes, it's not punishment, it is protection. Let him migrate the mission without your micromanagement. You're fine. Then you want to observe. Before you react, watch. Feel the heartbeat, the breath, the tremor. That is your hardware catching up to your holiness. Then you want to unleash. Now, act. Make the call. Write the plan. Forgive the name. Let your motion teach your molecules that safety is sacred. Because movement is memory repair. And that is how you do you. 5 moves, one consciousness. My beautiful, beautiful people of influencers, let's bring this home. And in our final moments, let me be a reminder for you. To God the infinite, root source, architect of this architecture, thank you for designing a brain that can remember faith. Reboot the circuits, patch the panic, let the body learn what the spirit never forgot. We are not lab rats jumping at buzzers. We are divine systems restoring bandwidth. Fear was preparation. Remembrance is resurrection. And resurrection doesn't happen in the tomb. It happens in the temple of your breath. It happens in you. So bring you back, bring God back, because you own it or be owned by it. You either run the system or the system runs you. Change your mind, change your life. I am who I say I am. Do you and stay rich.